gas station because my comedy career is going swimmingly. And it's weird working at a gas station because you notice things that you don't really notice when you go to a gas station. You don't fucking work there. You know? Like I went to a different gas station and I never paid attention to the toilet paper, but now that I clean the bathrooms at the gas station at night where I work, when I go to other gas stations, I noticed shit. You know, I was at a gas station and I noticed they were out of toilet paper. And they had paper towels on the back of the stool. So you wipe them, the scratchy ass paper towels, and they were brown. So when are you supposed to know when to stop wiping? What do you do with brown paper towels to wipe my ass with? You wipe it forever. It's fun now that I do comedy when I'm not doing work at a gas station. I work next door to my house too, which is nice. I'm lazy, so I don't get to travel. You know, I just wake up and just walk next door to work. I've called off twice. It's raining, I don't want to come in. It's raining, I can't make it. I'm not a good employee. I've never called off from doing comedy. And I've come into weird situations doing comedy. I was in a spot a few years back. And I was doing comedy, and I was going with a friend of mine, and we used to smoke weed the whole way to the gig. We just smoked weed. We smoked a blunt an hour each person. So every hour, we would each have a blunt for a 3-hour, 4-hour trip. We just had 4 blunts. That's how we did it each. So we run to this place, and we did a 3-hour drive, and 3.5-hour drive, you know, and before we get there though, half an hour before you get to the gig, you air the car out. You don't want to go in and reeking of weed, you know. You can show up high, and you can show up smelling like weed, but you can't be reeking of weed. That's disrespectful. So you want to air the car out a little bit, you know. So we air the car out, we pull up, and we had a great time. They loved us. They loved us. They said, hey, you guys. Yeah, the lady who booked the show, she said, you gotta come back next month. I forget half the people that were supposed to be here, they're booked for other things. Okay, here's the thing. She said, I booked everything in town. All the weddings, all the birthdays, all the parties, vacations, I book everything. And I forgot that so many people were booked for this weekend. But look, on this day next month, nobody's booked to leave this town. They're all gonna be here. You guys gotta come back. They've gotta see you guys come do your show. We said, all right. A couple of weeks later, we're on our way back, and we're smoking weed the whole way there. 3-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive. And of course, an hour and a half, half an hour out, we air that car out, and then they call us. Hey, man, we're going to cancel the show. So we got, so we're going to cancel the show. So we're a half an hour out from a 3.5-hour drive. She said, well, we're going to pay you. We're going to pay you, but the person who booked the show, yeah, the whole town loves her. They all know her and she books everything. Well, yeah, she died this morning. I'm like, well, fuck, I mean, but we're right with it. You guys come on in, we're gonna pay you. Well, if you're gonna pay us, we might as well do the show. I mean, at least try. She said, well, we'll play it by ear. Okay. So we hung up and we looked at each other and said, well, might as well roll another one, fuck it, you know? Smoke all the way there, shit, you know? So we pull up, and they're all outside. They're crying. There's 30, 40 people out on a huge deck. They're crying. They're hurting each other. You can see their shoulders hunching up on the back. And we pull up, and we're like, well, let's go make these motherfuckers laugh. We went in and we had one of the best shows we've ever had in our lives. It was great, so they loved it. They were pathetic, too, you know. They were like, oh my God, you guys, she knew when she was going to die, and she knew that she wanted us to be cheered up, and she wanted to see you guys, and we would be able to get through this day, and none of the some bitches bought a shirt to support our show, so fuck them. Just want to point out when you go to a show and buy a fucking shirt. Pay for the merch. That's a true story. I wish I was making that up. I've had some weird times doing the road. I did one show. It was a restaurant, right? A restaurant setting, and this group walks in, it's a family, and it was an old guy, and he walked in first with his woman and some other people. And I said, "Oh, you guys are late. What the hell are you doing late?" I said, "You know, the show's been going on." He said, "Who the hell are you?" He said, "Well, this is my wife, and these are my daughters, and these are their sons, and they're all grown. So it's a whole family." So I said, "Well, you guys have a seat. We were just talking about masturbation." And the guy says, "Masturbation makes you go blind." And I said, "Yeah, I see you wearing glasses. And your daughters are wearing glasses too." It was the funniest thing his grandsons have ever heard in their fucking lives. They cannot wait to go back to school and tell their friends about their moms masturbating and then call out by the convenience for it. Life is good, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think of something else. I just wanted to come up here and vent for a little while. I don't need to come here. I don't need to go and talk and have fun. I like this place. I need to come and talk and just, whatever's on my mind is, get shit off my chest, and I can't do that at shows. They expect to be funny all the goddamn time, I like to hear it. If I'm not funny, who gives a fuck, right? Ain't nobody paying me, so what? But if you want me to be a little bit funnier, you can buy me a beer. And I'll make sure there's all punchlines next time. Because I'm an alcoholic. I went to a meeting by accident because I thought Alcoholics Anonymous meant you could go there and drink it and nobody would know about it. That's not what that means. I was pissed because there was no alcohol, no anonymity in the building. And they were pissed because I brought a six-pack because I didn't know if it was like BYOB or what, so I brought a six-pack. There was a guy on stage and he was like, "Hi, my name is Bob, and I'm an alcoholic," and I was like, "Shh. You're supposed to be anonymous." And they made me sit down. And then they made me leave because I cracked the beer in the back of the room. I was like, and all the alcoholics turned around and we was in a starving country and I had a goat. So they made me leave. But two members and a sponsor were with me, and the sponsor had some weed on. So it was a good night all along. I'm going back next week. We sat in the parking lot drinking and smoking. I'm going back next week. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I'm actually telling my wife that you fuckers are laughing at me. I ain't made nothing up yet. I gotta get out of here because my time is up, so I guess I should say something that's really fast. On my bucket list, I have a midget. No, because I like things at scale. I do, I like things at scale. So before I die, I would like to see a blind midget with a Pomeranian seeing eye dog. Thank you guys, Wes.